Coming at you from Scratchable Studio. It's Rage Across the Internet presents Wherever Gaia Takes Us, a Werewolf the Apocalypse Let's Play. Starring
CJ as Nightfang.
And I'm your storyteller, Porter. As Dodger makes his way back over to the cabin, you find yourself standing alone in the woods. It's still early yet, while the sun has peeked over the horizon. It's not late enough where the heat of the day is taken hold yet. A nice breeze goes through the woods. There's a stillness about you.
After seeing what Dodger had done there, the whole springing off the tree and everything, it's going to start taking a couple steps back, looking at the tree, and want to try doing something similar, like up and try vaulting it, but trying to get to, like, Lupus just as I clear it. Let's start off small if you want to try doing what he did.
Okay, I want to be clear. You're going to run to the tree and then go to jump in, like, at the middle of the jump switch to Lupus?
Yeah, like, that's the idea.
Okay.
Like, we're normally, like, you would put your hands down on it to, like, help get your legs up and over. The idea is trying to just jump with the momentum to about halfway to that Lupus and then land on the other side. Or spring off the tree if I can't make the landing.
Oh, we'll see what you can't do in a second. Let's see. It's your deck's that flat.
Yup. Let's see. It is 1 success.
Perfect.
If it's diff 6. Oh, wait, no. That would be 2, actually.
Well, it wasn't, but I didn't specify, so okay. So that's on me.
I mean, if it was diff 7, it'd still be 2.
I didn't specify, so fucking that's on me. Now, roll your Stand Primal Urge. First day Calendar Ronnies don't get to use Rage.
Mm-hmm. Want me to roll Stamina Primal Urge as well?
Yeah. Yeah, and thanks for listening to the podcast.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Well, that's fucking much better. It's 4.
I love this for you. You take a few steps back, making sure you get ample room. Satisfied with your running start, you head directly toward the fallen branch, fallen trunk tree. What do we call this? You've timed it. You've gotten to what you think it's top speed. You're running. You're making it there. You leap into the air, shifting into Lupus. The timing's almost perfect, but a little early. Your front paws hit the top of the tree. It just the wrong way. It throws your entire body off kilter, slams into the top of the tree, and you tumble down on the other side.
Just gonna lay there for a couple moments before picking the head up to, like, the slow scan to see if there was actually anybody watching.
Your nose is bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Your eyes water a little bit. You look around. You didn't hear any laughing, which is a good sign, especially in Lupus form.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you're safe.
And I give it just a couple of moments for that regen to take care of that bloody nose.
Yeah, you're fine. Just, it hurt a little and that was embarrassing.
So, yeah, with being fairly certain nobody saw, let's try it one more time. Going back up to Hamid. Want me to roll again?
Yes.
Okay. Want to specify a diff this time?
Well, now that you put it that way, 9.
Okay.
No. We will go with 7.
Okay.
That
is 1 success this time.
All right. I was going to make it 8 originally, but again, I forgot to say something, so you get the benefit of the difference.
It'll still be 1.
You go back to your original position and try again. Running as you might. You don't even get to bother rolling for Lupus this time. You didn't make the jump. Here's a weird roll.
Okay.
Intelligence, performance.
Okay. weird roll indeed. What diff?
Standard diff. Because you're going to think about the performance you just put on there. It's not at all what that stat's for.
Yeah, that would... Yeah. That's 1 success. On 2 dice.
Let's actually go with Primal Urge. That makes more sense as a roll to me.
Okay. I get 2 more dice.
Hopefully.
We'll make it 3.
All right. Taking a moment to think about the events, it dawns on you that perhaps it might be a better idea to switch to a more agile form, only to shift into a heavier, more powerful form as you jump, giving yourself the benefit of the extra power.
Thinking about it for a minute, and yeah, that would make sense. So let's try the run-up in Lupus to Glabro after the jump.
Okay.
A little harder to get to, but won't necessarily need Krynos right now.
And that will lower it to 6. The Lupus bit.
Yeah. The run-up, that is 3 successes.
All right.
Shifting. This is diff 7 since it is Glabro. That is no successes. Not a botch. Close, but not a botch.
What's your strength?
In Lupus, it's 5. In Glabro, it'd be 6.
Glabro, yeah.
Yeah.
Really? I take that back. Give me your Dex Brawl.
Brawl in Glabro would be 5. Or do you want me to roll it?
No, roll it. Standard diff.
Oh. That is 1.
Crap.
Less ones do not subtract from this roll.
They do not.
Then it'd be 2.
Still crap.
Yeah.
All right. Trying a different tactic. You run again. Full force in Lupus. You switch to Glabro as you go to spring over the fallen tree. The jump's not quite right, though. The timing on your shift is improper. You smack directly into it. It doesn't hurt. And you hear a slight cracking. The branch, or the trunk itself, shakes a bit, gives away just slightly, but ultimately it's a stalemate.
Even the tree just a sort of hard little punch right there, backing up. Baiting trying another tactic that just came to mind, since going over seems to be a problem for Nightfang right now.
Well, in Nightfang's defense, let's not forget that branch is at a 40, or that trunk is at a 45-degree angle, so it's not like it's a level fucking hurdle.
Yep. You know what? Got an idea that if he can get this to work, it'd be really fucking cool for him.
You know, what would have been really cool is if we would have got that Dex Brawl roll and just broke the fucking tree trunk.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been cool. But on the higher end of that tree, do you think there's just enough room that a Lupus could get under it?
Sure.
I've got an idea now that, once again, this could be either really cool or really embarrassing for Nightfang if this fails. And he's at the point where it's like, let's try something just a little different. Going up to Krynos this time beforehand, getting a good bit back, and the idea is to run directly at the tree, full tilt, to try and get to Lupus just before he hits it to go underneath the tree.
I like it. If this weren't you training, this would be awesome, because you just pop a rage point and do it, but...
Yep. But we get to see potentially hilarious stories if this fails horribly.
Which is the point, right?
Yep.
Also, you ain't got the rage to spare. Who you kidding?
Yeah, no. So, next athletics first.
Yes, sir.
That is one more die for being in Krynos. A 6, or...
Yeah. 6 is fine.
That's good. That's 4. That's a good sign so far. I failed this stamina primal urge roll. That's going to be embarrassing for him. This is the highest that pool can be right now. 3 successes on the dot.
Trying something new this time, you race forward, running on all fours. Impressed by the sheer speed of your Krynos form, the power. You see your target, you focus, and shift down. Your ears lightly grazing the bottom of the tree trunk as you run directly under it. Pleased with yourself, with your success, you do a quick skid, sliding through the floor, the ground of the woods, kicking up a nice cloud of dirt as you do a 180, looking back at what you've done. You grin, pleased with yourself. Your front paw doing a little lupus fist pump. Yeah! So it's absolutely absurd, which is why I made you do it.
I'm fair with it.
Get a willpower.
Going to be that or the little dog jump. Okay, I'll take that. Now there's that temptation of like, okay, I got 1 success. Maybe that's just what I needed. Just set the tone. I'm back in Lupus again, so it could do that jump. This time into Krynos instead of Glabro, making it a little easier on himself. It hasn't worked twice, so what's the chances it's not going to work a 3rd time?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Next, athletics. Would it be defeat since this would be the 3rd time doing it?
No, we can keep it at 7.
Okay.
You just did something, successful. You're feeling good.
Hey, there's 3 successes on that jump. Now the part that keeps fucking up for him. Are you ready to have some fun?
You didn't.
I can take a picture if you want.
Really?
There's a botch. No successes and a 1.
Confident and feeling more comfortable in your various forms, you end around again. Getting what you feel is the proper distance, you stride like nature's special creature, headed straight for that tree trunk. You will be undaunted. You spring forth with all of your might. Your form is flawless. You're like a living nature documentary. It's time now. You found the point. You begin to switch forms, calling on the mother to give you the war form. But something's not right. It's like something went wrong. You can't quite describe it. You feel your body start to shift, but your knee bangs directly on the top of the log. You fall directly down, opening your mouth to scream, damn it, only to get a face full of dirt. You reach up, coughing pieces of leaves in dirt in like a bug or two, singing out of your mouth as the rest of your body continues to transform half under the log. You feel like you're a little bit, nope, you're stuck. You are stuck somewhere between Clapro, Lupus and Krynos, stuck under this tree branch.
I need to check my falls real quick. Did I take claustrophobia? This would be hilarious if I did. No, I did not. But yeah, there is that mild panic of being stuck and just trying to kind of brute force his way out, but there's probably no real good leverage that he can get.
None whatsoever. You lay there, a mouthful of dirt and rocks and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
One powerful Krynos arm and one spindly little Lupus paw. As your body slowly goes to make the transformation.
I assume can't abort it and just go back to Hamid, right? Or would that be the option here of that sigh of defeat / growl of anger? Is it one of those things if he has to wait out the transformation now?
A good 5 minutes later, you find yourself finally in one singular form. It's Krynos, but not for long. And despite the humiliation, the space is very confined, and you find it easier slipping back into Hamid to crawl out from under. your ego bruised, rather embarrassed, and in dire need of something to drink.
I'm still just coughing up and like scraping whatever dirt I can off my tongue. That's probably a good place to call it. Starting the walk into town, probably to go to Hops. I don't think I'm going back to the cabin even to change at this point.
It's pretty kind as far as botches go, but it was also pretty low stakes, right?
I mean, yeah, I will admit I was expecting like the full on like going to shift, it not happening, running full face first into the tree and Lupus and knocking himself out.
Maybe that would have been better, but you got a weird halfsy transformation and a mouthful of dirt.
Yeah. What is more humiliating than the other? The fact that he is fully aware of it and doing his little walk of shame now. Probably heading into town to Hops with cash in hand this time.
Right. So you do. You make your way, in no particular hurry, you make your way back into town. At this point, you know the way pretty damn well.
Mm-hmm.
And you cut your way through the woods, just near Hops. It's later in the day at this point, obviously. You've spent more time in the woods practicing than you thought you would. It's clearly got to be about lunchtime, because it seems to be pretty busy over at Hops. You don't know if this is because of the new construction crew, so all of the new faces, or there's something going on, or what. But you can see through the big windows, the place is full. There are a lot of children. You can hear some of their carrying on and screaming and gallivanting, even into the parking lot. Your eye twitches slightly. Give me a perception alertness, please.
Okay. That's 2.
Okay. Yeah, looking through, you can see there's a banner and balloons and shit hanging out. You can see through the window. Balloons and a banner. You can't make it out, but why would there be balloons and a banner and a bunch of children if not for like a birthday party?
Yeah, and like seeing all that, seeing just how busy it is, and still dealing with his humiliation, even if it's only he knows.
Oh, I am not done, sir. You got more.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You also note, at the far window, KT, sitting in a booth opposite a young man you do not recognize. He looks to be about her age. Dressed appropriately for the summer, I suppose. Or at least as far as you can tell. Just wearing a standard t-shirt. They're engaged in conversation. She seems to be leaning in rather intently.
Okay. Yeah. Still dealing with that, like, internalized humiliation right now. Even if nobody else knows, he's still feeling it. Probably not the best to be around so many people, and seeing KT clearly occupied. Let's see if we can find another place in town to go get something to eat.
Sounds good. I don't think the birthday party is going to be your jam today.
Yeah, no.
And in other news, some sort of wild animal ran into Hobbs' diner and killed every single child. It's then reported that a swarm of butterflies flew out of a window.
There was one survivor.
Right? She was found to say, "What the fuck, guys? I was on a date." I'm sorry. That was fun.
Oh yeah, no, that's hilarious. And Nightfang is making a mental note to give Ricochet a hard time later about this. It looks like somebody beat into his girlfriend there.
Uh-oh. Deciding to move on and find another place to eat. You decide to just take a walk and see where the day takes you. After all, you should be inspecting your new protectorate anyway.
Meant to be patrolling and everything, so not a bad idea. Plus, we've been hanging out around the same area of town for most of the while.
Yeah, on a whim, you make your way over near the East End. You've spent a little bit of time there, as you recall, infiltrating trailers and fighting gorehounds. But as you meander your way through, the smell of barbecue wafts through the air. You can hear a general milling about, conversation, laughing, all of this coming from one of the nearby parks, Lassiter Park, according to the sign. As you get closer, you can hear the sweet melody of a choir singing hymns. It brings back memories of that night at the trailer.
I was actually going to ask about that. If this is the same park or not, right?
Well, it's not the trailer park. It's,
Yeah.
It is nearby, though.
That was like... Yeah. Definitely drawn more by the scent of food. He's gonna just start wandering my way over there.
All right. As you get closer...
And his best to, like, dust off and look less, he just came out of the woods.
Fair. As you move closer to investigate, you can see there's people playing frisbee, a bunch of picnic tables, all pushed closer together. There's the tablecloths, and you can see the potluck set up. The various stations and the plates and the red Solo cups. There's maybe 20, 30 people here, just milling about, enjoying the day. A picnic blanket set up. You do, in fact, see the choir, singing, and it's a rather serene and peaceful setting. You can see there's various activities further on in the distance. You take a few steps closer. You don't know you don't. You tell me what you do.
I'm just taking a couple steps closer, wandering in, just looking around.
Copycat.
Mainly seeing any, like, big signs or anything, or if this is just, like, a local gathering sort of thing. I doubt it's a big birthday thing like they had going on at Hops.
There's no balloons or clowns.
Yeah? Let me roll that perception alertness.
You know what? Yes, please.
There's 3.
Okay. Most of the people are dressed up. It's closer to church clothes than beach clothes. And as you do get closer, you can see along the tables, stuff like potato salad. There's some coleslaw. Someone did their ambrosia thing. There's some Jell-O you can see that probably should be taken care of because of the heat. The grill's there. You can see some hot dogs, burgers, fried chicken. Rather large salad station. Bowl of, tub, I guess, of salad. Crisp lettuce, tomatoes, diced mushrooms, and carrots. It all smells extremely inviting. And there's a few people walking the line with their plates. And as you scan the surroundings, you can see some people have noticed you. There are smiles, some soft waves. Hi. You almost jump. How the fuck she snuck up on you? You have no idea. It's a young woman, maybe 13, 14. Sandy blonde hair, pulled back. She's wearing a white dress with red polka dots. She smiles, her hands behind her back. She kind of leans forward and tilts her head. I haven't seen you around here.
It's like still taking that moment of like, how the fuck did you sneak up on me?
I am the knight.
Like, Nightfang probably resists. God damn it.
Sorry.
Oh fuck, I was not expecting that. Oh, thank God I was taking a drink.
Oh, I'm so sad you weren't.
Okay. But yeah, probably fighting that, like, reflex to, get into fighting posture, being surprised.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Every day we've been here, it's been, like, attacked.
You just fucking, you get spooked, you spin shift the Globro and fucking lay her out. Her head just bounces off the fucking soft grass. Her body falls a couple seconds later. Oh, this is a legitimate game, everybody. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, no, like fighting that instinct for a moment. Like doing his best to like unclasp his hands that were probably balled up into fists just a moment ago. Kind of newer in town, just moved in not too long ago. It's all this.
Oh, well, it's just a picnic. We're with the Church of His Greatness. We have 2 of these a month just as community events. You're welcome to come. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry. 2 of these a month, really?
Mm-hmm.
Making mental note for potentially 2 free meals a month.
She grabs your hand and starts walking toward the line. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Daisy.
Ed.
Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, no, he's like in that moment of like he's trying to say something, but stopping every like half second. He's in that hard like brain like glitching out, not necessarily being able to handle this just normal environment that he is in.
And normal would be the word.
Led away.
Yeah, normal would be the word. Again, she takes you to the food line, handing you a plate. And she grabs one as well. You know, get some of that salad and some of the baked mac and cheese. You get a few hellos from other people, warm smiles.
Little nods and everything. He's like, why is everybody so friendly all of a sudden? This is kind of weird, Daisy.
Well, why wouldn't we be, silly?
Yeah, fair, I guess.
Do you like burgers?
Yes.
You gotta try one of these. They're so good. She slips in front of you in the line. You can see over at the grill. Well, there are patties, obviously, on a plate, but there's a fresh set being made.
Yeah.
Assistant Pastor Jones, can we have a... She starts speaking to me. You can't quite hear him. As a couple of the other people around introduce themselves. You know, there's James, who works downtown at the bank, and Susan, who is the mother of 2. It don't matter. Like, you know, you're being inundated with friendliness.
Yeah, it's just a lot of like hi, name's Ed. Not used to this level of friendliness and socialness. Very clearly, a fish out of water.
You get a couple pats on the shoulder. Well, welcome, Edo. You know, an older man with an aggressive amount of hair sticking out of his ears suggests that, Daisy's got herself a new boyfriend. You know, Susan from the Having Kids, not from the bank, from Having Kids, hands you a small pamphlet for the Church of His Greatness in the shadow of His divinity, hoping that you'll be joining the congregation. Daisy slips back with 2, well, one for you. She puts it on her plate. A rather impressive, juicy-looking mushroom Swiss burger. The cheese is gooey and running down the patty. The mushrooms look thick and juicy. You can smell the spices off the brioche bun. Now I'm hungry.
Same.
What did I do to us? I'm so sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, no, Nightfang's plan was to go raid the salad bar for toppings. If this wasn't handed to him.
I mean, you can still grab, and I don't mean salad bar. It was like a big tub. Salad bars, but yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Feel free. Load up on whatever you want. We just assume it's there unless, don't be a prick about it. I want lasagna and pizza.
He's mainly loading up on that mac and cheese and just the burger. Probably grabbing like a Coke or anything if they got the cans out. And just like shoving the pamphlet into a back pocket if he's got one, or just into a regular pocket.
All right. Daisy leads you over to an empty picnic blanket over by a tree. There's a lot of them set up. You know, clearly this was planned for people. You, Daisy, come here. And she looks a little upset. Oh, my dad, I'll be right back. And she kind of skips away so you can eat in peace.
Mm-hmm. It's like still being complete fish out of water, looking around, and like probably the first thoughts coming to his mind is like, is this a fucking cult? Which is ironic coming from him. Once he's not being... Yeah, once he is relatively alone, it is just setting into that burger. Table manners out the window. Training probably worked up that appetite.
Oh, absolutely. And not for nothing. This is the best food you have had since coming to the island. Hands down. Farfor has cooked for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's Garo, not a chef, but...
Like, there's probably one or two times that he's... Yeah. He's French.
I was going to say, yeah, you had a Frenchman cook for you, and fucking, this is better.
Yeah, there's probably a few times that he's, like, taking a bite out of the burger and just looking at this thing, trying to figure out what did they do to it.
Oh, mid-rare, nice and juicy, it's rolling to... Oh, my God. Gotta stop doing this shit.
Doing this to us.
I know. I almost ate before we started.
I had the option, but decided I'll wait till after we're done.
Mm-hmm. Mistakes.
Yep. But, like, if it hadn't been for how good this burger is, he'd be fully, like, on alert at this point, like, scanning everything, trying to find, like, what is the catch, what is the... Like, there's gotta be something wrong here. These people are way too nice. If he had sense for him, he'd be popping it, but he doesn't.
Yeah, it's quiet and peaceful. And I mean, there's sounds, but it's life and joy. In not an obnoxious 12-year or 10-year-old sort of way. It's not the birthday party clown energy.
Yeah.
You look in the distance and you can see some of one of the activities going on. It's a partnered little egg spoon relay happening. There's a table full prizes. There's a couple older ladies at a folding table. Looks like they're taking tickets or donate something. You get to a cash box.
As he's just looking over all this stuff right now, there is like... It's one of those things that he is probably slowly relaxing now. Just looking around and like muttering to himself like, okay, this is nice. This is at least something that should be protected. Looking around at everything, trying to remember as many faces. Because, hey, everybody that's here that seems like they're having a good time can't be bad people. Whoever made this burger certainly isn't a bad person in his mind.
Suddenly, everyone stands, raising their hands to the sky. Praise him, they say in unison, and shift to bad-eared Krynos forms.
Yep.
They don't.
This is just... Oh no, like, that's what he's, like, expecting. That's, like, mentally going on in, like, the back of his mind. Like, there's gotta be a catch. Something's weird's going on.
Right.
Because after all, we finished raiding, like, an underground facility on this island that was putting Banes into meat. It had those weird, freaky, mutated cows. He probably takes a moment to look at the burger again before, like, nope, it's worth it.
Perfect.
It was just this fucking normal.
And that is the word. I kind of want to give you another willpower.
I'll take it.
I also sort of want to take away a rage, but I don't want to take something from you. So just you feel much more calmer and serene, but I'm not going to actually take the point away. Yeah. It's like a metaphorical rage point you're losing.
Yeah. Might be hard to shift right now with how calm it is. If we're to, like, roll or something. But yeah, no, he's probably right now looking to spot Daisy, feeling just a little jealous of, like, this is her life. She gets to do this. And not, almost die on a semi-regular basis. As he thinks back to that gut shot from the silver.
Daisy comes almost skipping back up. You have pretty much gone through your food at this point. And she's clearly got a little crush going, but so are you sticking around, Ed? Hee hee.
Yeah, we're moving in, me and my folks. We've been staying just outside of town for a little while. We're looking for a place.
What grade are you in? Oh, you gotta learn a lot better than that, dude.
Yeah.
There's only 12 of them. Take a pick.
And that's what I was trying to think is like, it's been forever since I've been in school. It's like, what age or what grade was I when I was like 14?
You got a 1 in 12
6th.
chance, dude. Fucking.
Yeah. I think 6th.
Worst case, she thinks you're really dumb.
Yep. 6th grade.
Oh, me too. Maybe we'll be in class together this year.
My folks homeschooled me and my relatives. Me and my siblings. There we go. There's the better word.
Do you have a lot of relatives or siblings?
A few. You might see them around town. Some of the newer folks.
I'll bet they don't look anything like you at all.
No. Nightfang is bad at lying, we have found out.
Yo.
Just fair. At least he's off his game right now. He is still thrown way off.
Yeah. What's that subterfuge score?
1.
I think we need to half it. Yeah, my dad's a Japanese man, and my mom's Mia, somehow.
If she heard that.
The Frenchman's my older brother.
Yeah, it's just Nightfang's, like, desperately struggling to try and pretend to be normal. Caught way off guard and being a kid.
Do you play ping pong? We have some tables set up.
Yeah, it's been a while, but if you want to play a couple games, I'm down for it.
Yay! She excitedly leads you over to the section of the park where they've got more of these games set up. You can see, yeah, there's some ping pong tables. Looks like there's some bingo going on. You can see there's the choir happening. I mean, you heard them before, but you can see them going on. You know, it's all, you know, again, you get a closer look at the table with the two elder ladies. There is a cash box and a raffle. Like, so yeah, they're raffling off some prizes. Looks like they're setting up another race of some sort. The egg thing's over. Now let's get a Dex Athlete.
Okay. Let's see. 2 successes.
Okay. And Strength Intimidation.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
We're going to see how your game face is.
Yeah, like, in my mind, I'm picturing Nightfang as highly competitive when it comes to stuff like this. You said Strength Intimidation, right?
Yup.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That is, would be 5 successes, but no, it's only 4 because of a 1.
Okay. So Daisy leads you to the ping pong section. There's like a little tournament going on and everything. She signs the two of you up in the couples bracket. Aw. You make your way to the first 2 rounds. I don't know when the last time you played ping pong was, but you're doing pretty good. You're mopping the floor with the church group. It's the third match that's giving you two some trouble. However, your frustration at losing is showing in your demeanor. You've put your game face on proper. The pair of 7-year-olds you're fighting get really freaked out, and it totally affects their game, allowing you guys to sneak out the victory. Also, you think the little boy's gonna cry.
Like, after, winning that game, he is definitely, like, celebrating. He is not a gracious winner right now. But I'm thinking, like, does he have the mental wherewithal to hold back some of the language he's used to being able to get away with?
How about we go intelligence etiquette to find out?
Can work with that.
Look at these fun rolls we're doing today.
Yeah. It's not a botch. But the highest number is a 5. I've got 4 dice. The only number I'm missing is a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a coin toss, man. You decide.
But yeah, it's one of those things of like, as soon as they get the last points, it's just both hands up in the air, like that little fucking Rocky scene almost after the stair climb. Just, fuck yeah! At the top of his volume that he can. He's just that fucking height.
Excellent. Alternatively, can I do a take in case you would have botched?
Go on it. I would love this.
Winning that last point, you were filled with energy and joy. You can't help but take it out. You slam the paddle down on the table. It bounces, hitting the kid in the shoulder. Yeah! Suck it! That's right. I win, and there ain't no Santa Claus either. Just felt right.
I mean, yeah, no, that's fucking great. Like, he probably does do the whole, like, slamming the paddle down, the, suck it, ending it with that, like, fuck yeah in the celebration.
Told a 7-year-old to suck it, and then that there wasn't a Santa Claus.
That would have been great.
Right?
Kid half his age.
Right? We also like how I had that intimidation roll and then made them 7, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, it's only natural.
Just bullied these children with your fucking death stare. But you win! You win the tournament, or your bracket of the tournament. You were given a big old brown teddy bear, not like a big old, like a normal size brown teddy bear as a prize. Daisy's looking at you all wide-eyed and vulnerable and shit.
And I'm just gonna give it to her. Not my thing. You can have it. Just, it's one of those things, like, he saw her sign it up and everything. He heard the guy earlier mention, like, oh, Daisy's got a new boyfriend. He's like, do I really play into this? But, hey, normal. This is the normal thing for a kid his age to do, I think. He's not fucking going back to the cabin with a teddy bear. He's ending up in a trash can if he takes it.
Every option I love, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah, so it is just, here, Daisy, you can have it.
You hand...
holding it out to her.
She takes the teddy bear and, hugs it close and smiles, and she leans over and kisses you on the cheek. You can hear audible awws from some of the surrounding folks. Your face gets a little hot and red.
Yep, immediately red in the face. And there's that little thought in the back of his eye of, like, I am a warrior of Gaia. I am one of her fangs and claws. Like, he's trying to convince himself.
She takes you by the hand and leads you over to see some more of the festivities. Taking you over to a choir, she hands you a hymn book, trying to get you to sing along for a couple. Ode to Jesus, Jesus is great, Jesus, 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 Jesus Inferno, all the big hits.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, he'll look down at the book and, like, can he tell her no at this point?
I mean,
like, he's already this deep in it. It's one of those things of like, yeah, no, totally, as he's just standing there kind of nodding, closing the book and like setting it down before like walking off a couple paces. Not leaving, but like, yeah, no, this isn't my thing.
Dude, I had no plans for this little girl, but I think you now have a fucking shadow for the rest of the fucking game. This is hilarious.
It's gonna be fucking great.
Right?
Yeah, Nightfang having to dodge Daisy whenever they're in town.
What a fun new complication.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you've been there a couple hours, sucked into some of the various activities, and had a light, non-committal conversation with a few of the people around. It's noteworthy that people keep mentioning that Pastor Banks is a little under the weather, so he couldn't make it today, but people really seem to like and respect him. They're also very excited for you to meet him because, you know, again, like and respect.
Okay. Yeah, like, get a lot of like, oh, I can't wait to meet him. I hope he gets better. A bunch of non-committals like that. Yeah, it's been a couple hours already, you said? Or an hour?
Yeah, maybe an hour or two. Maybe even a little bit more. Time tends to fly after all. You even got some seconds on some of that great food. At one point, you hear Daisy's father scream for her, and she writes her number on a little piece of paper and hands it to you, and unfortunately, she has to go. So now you are left alone in the church picnic day.
Yeah. And probably at that point, okay, like kind of one thing keeping him here aside from the food.
Right. And you got your seconds.
Like obligated to stay. Yeah. Finish eating what he's got, give a lot of those non-committal answers again. You know, anybody who walks up to say hi, as cordial as he can. For, yeah, no, it's probably time to start moving and getting a better idea of this place outside of just this park.
As you start to leave, there's a few people who wave and, you know, nice to meet you, take care, Zizek be praised. Not the third one. Oh god, that'd be great though, because you know what the fuck Zizek is, or Nightfang doesn't.
Yeah, no, that was exactly what I was thinking. He's like, would he actually have ever heard that name? Probably not.
Nope, but it didn't really happen. I just thought it'd be funny.
I know.
All right.
And it's one of those things of like, he might bring it up. He might have brought it up in like a weird like in one of those little idle conversations with his pack and La Magnifique. He's like, yeah, no, there's somebody in this town or something with like a weird ass name or some church that's worshiping this person with a weird ass name. And they just drop the name. That would be hilarious to see.
Right. You make your way through Midtown though, finally having your fill of the church camaraderie and definitely your fill of the delicious food. The day is peaceful and warm. There are people walking about, mothers pushing their children in strollers, people escorting their children. Streets are lined with small shops and antiques, antique stores and the like. You haven't really spent a whole lot of time in Midtown after all. You pass by another small park. This one's a bit more, less grass and trees and more tennis courts, basketball. You know, there's a little section, a small baseball field. You walk by the basketball courts. There are a bunch of kids shooting hoops, a couple on the sidelines, one with a broken arm, the other in a Scottie Pippen jersey, sits in a wheelchair, his leg in a cast. As you pass by, you see a familiar face or two. It's Dave and Lucinda, hand in hand, looking like a picture out of a catalog. It's been a while since you've seen Lucinda, but she's as pretty as ever. She can't be a day over 22, her blonde hair pulled back into a high ponytail, black roots only barely showing. Her cheeks adorned with freckles, and she's wearing a yellow sundress covered in tiny strawberries, and a light pink scarf that attempts to cover the scar running down her clavicle, a remnant from her night with the gorehound Ryan Dane. Dave's looking particularly Zach Morris today. In a light blue polo shirt and khaki shorts. He gives you when he thinks she's not looking, He makes eye contact with you and gives you a pointed nod.
Yeah. It's a similar nod back with just like the like little look of surprise as he looks to Lucinda.
And she's, if she noticed you, she doesn't recognize you, which is probably for the best, all things considered. But it is nice to see her not only around, but on her feet after, almost being cut in half.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we came here originally. And being too late to save her at first. Yeah, it's good to see her. Hey, she's got a Garu bodyguard right now. I doubt anything's going to happen to her.
Your mind wanders. Maybe you and Daisy can have that someday. I wish your pack had seen that.
That would have been hilarious. And it just sets up for a scene where we're eating at Hops or something, or wherever. Daisy shows up.
Oh, man. Ricochet gets shit for KT.
Mm-hmm. I'm already picturing it now, and it's going to be hilarious.
You continue on. It's a couple blocks. You head south a little bit. You're kind of smack dab in the middle of Midtown at this point. Again, it's a nice, pleasant day, but these streets are a little less crowded. A little off the beaten path. You see one of the doors of one of the shop doors slam open quickly. Two figures run out. It looks like they're maybe in their mid to late teens. They go to run in your direction. You hear, coming from inside the shop, "Get back here! God damn it!"
Like right now, it's one of those things that I wish this wasn't just audio, because you could probably see the mental debate. As fucking, you said they're running his direction?
Yeah, they're running toward you.
Okay.
They're getting closer and closer. They duck down an alley. They take a sharp right, ducking down an alley, a couple feet in front of you. See how I made that easier?
Yep. And this definitely makes it a lot easier on Nightfang of the whole going to run after them. Try and stop them. Might as well do that good deed / play into his fantasy right now.
All right, what's the plan?
Idea is I get as close to the first one as running up to whoever he can get to the closest first, and mainly just going to try tackling him right now, if possible. If not, just grabbing on and going dead weight to hold him down.
I would say that you are close enough, and they are running almost side by side at this point.
Okay.
That you could probably check them into the side of the alley, like the two of them.
Okay, yeah, then that is definitely the plan. Trying to full-on shoulder check the first one, see if it hits the other guy and both into the wall.
Yeah, we're going to call that a body tackle.
Okay.
Dex Brawl Diff 7.
I had an idea. If this doesn't work, this could be a lot of fun. That is 3 successes.
Roll your damage.
Thankfully, ones don't take away, so that is 3.
Okay.
He's read Spider-Man. He isn't going to let a potential Uncle Ben happen here at some point.
Ironically enough, they came out of the Rice store. No, taking the advantage, seeing what's going on, as your inner Peter Parker kicks in, and you start running, getting a good start. put your shoulder into the closest one. You knock them both into the, you tackle full on. The first one hitting the second one, they're both colliding with the alleyway. They collapse. They both fall, tripping over some of the various crap in there. They look up angrily and start to get up, but they are prone. Gives you another shot.
Yeah. Let's do a kick to the side of the leg on one of them. Whichever one of them looks bigger.
The side of the leg?
Basically kicking the side of his knee if he's trying to get himself up.
Okay.
Try and take it out from underneath him.
Okay. Make your roll, sir.
That is also just 7.
Yep, standard kick.
Hey, there's 3 successes that time.
Face plant against the log and you're going to knock this fucking kid's leg off.
I mean, we'll see.
Bad enough you walked by fucking Carter and Ricochet's victims. Poor Pippin ain't never going to play basketball again, man.
It was 3 successes on the actual hit itself, and for the kick, that would be 4.
You hear a snapping, and the kid screams. A popping, not a snapping.
Look into the other one.
I'm not going to let you break his leg, but you might have dislocated it.
Fair enough. And just looking to the other guy and going, stay down. While Nightfang tries to look as intimidating as he can. Scared a 7-year-old earlier. Maybe he can scare this guy after that. My turn to catch you off guard?
Yes, that is good. You hear a voice from behind you. What the fuck? You turn, and when you do, the 2 teens, the one helps the other one up, and while the one is limping, they start taking off again. You could see their loot left behind. The distraction came from what you can only assume is the owner of the store. A man in long khaki shorts and a sleeveless black t-shirt. Looks to be about 6 foot tall and about 50 pounds overweight. At least that's all you can tell from there. You look down at the loot. It's a few packs of trading cards and some comic books.
From this quick glance, which one does there appear to be more of? More comic books or more trading cards?
Oh, well, there's more packs of cards, because, easier. They are Marvel Comics trading cards, though. So it's all related.
Okay. Yeah. Having the 2 limping away, having this guy turn the corner, doing his best to not be, not have his face be seen by the guy coming down, quickly turning. Gonna grab 2 or 3 comics, whatever you can, on just a quick snatch and take off.
Whoa.
Leaving the cards.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Dex Athlet. Clark Kent, he is not.
Nope. Would be 3.
Right, you take off. He starts to run after you, but you are younger and lighter, so wow, okay.
Yeah.
What a dick. All right, well now what?
Yeah. It's one of those things of he's looking over, once he is sure he's not being followed anymore, gonna take a moment just to find a quiet place to catch his breath after running for a little while, look over what he got. in his mind right now is like, okay, I made sure to leave the majority of the stuff. You know, the cards are still there. I only took like 2 comics, and I'm sure he can catch up to the one that's limping now that he's being helped by his buddy. Like, he's doing the rationalization in his mind of why he did the right thing. He did the okay thing.
All right.
Before stuffing them in his backpack if they're anything interesting.
Well, you made out with an issue of Spawn.
Okay.
It's like issue 5 of Spawn, and an issue of Strawberry Shortcake and Barbie Horse Adventure.
Yeah, he'll drop the other 2 and keep the Spawn one. Sweet.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah. There is...
Poor Ken.
Yeah. He'll drop the Barbie one. The other one he will roll up and, like, try to hide at the bottom of his bag. There's an idea. There is an idea here.
Okay.
Because, like, part of the idea is if he starts making his way back, whenever it starts getting, like, if the church and everything is still going on...
Also, what
the
bag?
picnic gathering is still going on. Oh. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have had his backpack, so yeah, he's leaving that one and just, like, pulling up the Spawn one, shoving it in, like, sticking it in a pocket, keeping it half out, basically.
Okay. I mean, there's room for both if you still want to do the thing, but yeah, you don't have your bag. You were pulled, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice try, thief.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it, but thank you for the reminder, though. That does change up some stuff with, you know, potential plans in the future if he were to do anything.
So I didn't mean to break your fucking chi there. Just like, no, you don't have your bag.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all good, and, you know, you got me stopped before I started going too far ahead in that plan. Like, it was only, like, the very basics, and I was thinking of, like, kind of detailing out what the idea was, but no, that's fine. Yeah. Doing his best to go back on that little wandering patrol, avoiding that one specific street just for a little while. Or maybe, if it's not getting too late, possibly wandering his way to, is it not downtown, but like the south end, since he's in Midtown right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we move to the east end. Yeah, maybe start wandering his way back down towards the south end to see if that storage unit place is still up and running.
Okay.
Well, we found a falling leaf. Because, you know, I assume heard from Magnifique and everything, and like the meatpacking plant was shut down, right?
And you knew this, yeah. It's, you know, under construction because, yeah. You know, because it got blown up by you. Well, technically not you guys, but because of you.
Yeah, it's part of the idea of like, okay, we know about that. We know there's construction there. If the front is still working, could the facility have been repaired or whatnot, or could they have done not enough damage to it to set them back that far? Doing that initial sort of like, not stakeout, but just scouting out, basically. If that makes any sense.
No, absolutely. You make your way, you make your way down to the south end. A leisurely stroll, and as well, you know, this is a little dirtier part of town. It's not residential at all. You know, plenty of gas stations and, you know, hey, look, there's a local lawyer, you know, local law office. There's you know the drill. You've been here before. Yeah, you know, past a particular 7-Eleven where a little beer type adventure had happened before. The storage facility is still there. It looks a little busy, oddly enough. You see a few vans and a U-Haul box truck or two. You know, in the parking lot, one's pulled up to side to to a bay door outside.
Yeah.
It generally looks pretty busy.
About how late in the day would you say it is?
At this point, mid to late afternoon.
It's late afternoon.
I've had quite the day.
I would probably just hang out for a couple minutes, just watching as he, like, walks by, trying to be as, like, I'm not staking this place out as possible for heading back after he sees that, yeah, no, it is pretty busy. And probably about time to start heading back to the cabin.
All right. Give me a manip subterfuge.
Okay.
Subterfuge. I don't know why I said it like that.
What, difficulty?
Standard.
Okay. And now the great debate of I've already botched once this game.
Oh my god.
Do I spend the willpower?
Yes.
You know, when potentially, like, staking out / wandering in front of the evil secret facility of, like, the SCP Foundation. Yeah, this is the place you do not want to botch.
Right. You botch, that's where you stand in
wasn't
front of a
needed, but-
camera, shift the Krynos, and go, remember when I was here a couple weeks ago?
Yep. With that, willpower, 3 successes.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
Eh.
And so you said that's about, you spend some time taking a look, trying not to make it look like you're taking a look at the area. But you feel you got the information that you want, at least for the time being. Now full, probably in need of a bathroom, slightly sunburnt, and maybe a little tired. You feel that you've done enough for a day. And start to take the journey back to the cabin. And content that you have at least a slightly better understanding or a better feel of the island of Willow's Pass. And that'll do it for now. Make sure to tune in 2 weeks for the next chapter of Wherever Gaia Takes Us, and next week for the regular episode of Rage Across the Internet. If you like what we do, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, and you can always jump onto our Ko-Fi to give us a little support that, oh, trust me, we desperately need. You can find that at ko-fi/Rage Across the Internet, and you can find us here, the same place you found us last week. So be sure to tune in and have some fun with us. You take it easy.